Alright, welcome back. This is Total OS Today, Total Technology for Beginners and Beyond. So are you a complete beginner when it comes to routers and how to set them up? Or maybe you had a router, or you bought a new router, it doesn't quite have the range you thought it would. I was having some issues with my router. I was able to fix it, at least I think I fixed it. So let me show you in a series of videos some tips. Even if you know nothing about routers, I will show you some tips to at least improve the range of your router, your Wi-Fi range, at least a little bit. Now for this demonstration, we'll look at Belkin. You need to log in by using an IP address. In my situation, it's 192.168.2.1. Each manufacturer has its own IP address. You can check inside the box, the little booklet, if there is one, maybe an installation disk, or maybe a sticker underneath the router. If you're not sure, just go to the manufacturer's website for the instructions on how to log into your particular router. For this one, I wanted to check the firmware. So I need to log in first. Click Login. Now I already set this up without a password. It's blank. Click Submit. Now this particular router checks the firmware update automatically, which is sweet. But let's say it didn't do that, or your router doesn't do that. In my situation, I will go to the left, and there's a bunch of shortcuts here. Many shortcuts, many options. You really don't need to know all of this. There's a lot here. I'm not even sure I know all of this, but it's not required. What I do want to do for this demo is to look down to firmware update. Alright, so it says here from time to time Belkin may release new versions of the router's firmware. Firmware updates contain improvements and so on. This is true for any router, be it Belkin, Linksys, Netgear, and the list goes on and on. You want to do a backup first. I would click here to do the backup, which I already did. I want to check the firmware. Click Check Firmware, and of course it'll check. And of course we already know that for this particular router I have no update available. But let's say I did. Well, I would download the file and apply the update, and then you would have to reboot the router to apply the settings and then see if that fixed your problem. If it didn't, that's okay. We can go into the next steps in a different video, and we'll talk a little bit about channel settings to improve the range of your particular router. Alright, well that's all I have for this one. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. Vote for the September YouTuber of the month, and go ahead and vote for the Linux distribution for 2015. I will have links for those two below in the show notes. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Enjoy your technology, and please don't text and drive.